Alright, example 3. Now, again, common factors. We look to see what's common with each of the terms. So if you look at A, we've got a 3x, we've got a 6, we've got an xy, and we've got a 2y. Now if you take the 3, we can take a 3 and a 6, which is common, but there's nothing here with x and y and 2 to take out as a common factor. If we take the x from the 3x term, there's no x in the 6 term, but there is an x in the y term, xy term, but there's no x here. So as you can see, there is nothing common with each of those 4 terms. So, can it be factorised? Well, yes it can. So what I want you to have a look at is this. I am going to just factorise the first 2 terms. Okay? Don't ignore the second 2 terms, just factorise the first 2 terms. So if we do that, we have got 3 as common here with 3 and 6. So if I put 3 at the front, what's going to be in my brackets? Well, an x is going to be from the first term, and a 2 is going to be from the second term, because 3 times 2 equals 6. Okay? Now, let's look at the second terms, or the second 2 terms, or the third and the fourth terms, and what's common with these 2 terms. And you can see there's a y here, and a y here, which is common. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write this out as plus y, and then factorise these 2 terms. And what am I left with in the brackets? Well, from the xy term, I'm left with an x. And from the 2y, I'm left with a plus 2. Now you can see that we have a common x plus 2 and a common x plus 2. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take another step. I'm going to take out that x plus 2, and then in my second bracket I'm going to write down what's left over, which is the 3 and the plus y. Okay, so that is a common factor factorisation. Another name for it is grouping in pairs. Grouping in pairs, which basically means we pair up the terms if we've got 4 terms, factorise 2 of the terms, and hope that when we factorise, we get a common factor with what's in our brackets. Okay? So let's look at this one here. Let's look at our first 2 terms. We've got a 4x and a 4, and minus 4, so I'm going to take a 4 out, and I'm going to write an x minus 1. Okay? Factorise the first 2. Let's look at the second 2. What's common? I've got a z, which is common, so I'm going to take the z out, and I'm going to write x, and then from here I'm going to get a minus 1. X times z is zxz, xz times 1 is z, and look, I get a common term here, x minus 1, which I'm going to bring out, and then write down what's left over, which is 4 plus z, completely factorised. Okay, so grouping in pairs. So now you can practice that last question and see how you go with factorising in grouping in pairs.